What's up, everybody? So I passed the $10,000 FTMO verification a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to reach the profit target in just 2 days. I had a 100% win rate up until that point. You can see my first couple of trades here, and then on August 2nd is when I actually completed the challenge. The 2 stages of the FTMO process both require at least 10 days of trading. So if you end up finishing before that, you have to take at least a trade every single day for it to count towards the minimum. And that's where these little trades up here come from. This lowers the overall win rate, but it was still 100% as you saw for yourself. So I now have a new $10,000 account to trade with. My trading skills seem to be improving by the month, so I'm very confident now whenever I sit down for a session. The strange thing I noticed is that even though the verification stage has much easier requirements than the challenge, it was actually harder for me to pass this part of the process. Learning how to trade Forex properly has really changed my life, so the pressure behind getting such a large amount of money loaned over to you to trade with is very high in the beginning. This is where experience counts, and like I say all the time, I do believe you need around 3 years under your belt to be able to do this properly. Once you've made all the rookie mistakes, blowing up accounts, buying prop challenges only to fail, taking 50% risk trades, etc., you will start to trade like a professional, or you might end up just dropping out of the game before even giving yourself a chance to learn, like many others have done. Next month in September will be exactly 3 years of trading and studying the market every single day for me personally, and now I understand that is the only reason I can maintain such a high win rate and have such a high level of confidence while I'm trading. So now I can keep around an 80% win rate very consistently, and this is with taking 2 reward and even 3 reward trades, definitely better than I've done in the past. I also mention all the time that there is no reason at all to even have an FTMO funded account if you aren't already good at trading. Even if you get, let's say, a $200,000 account with them, you'll most likely lose it pretty quickly due to lack of experience. If you'd like to start, let's say, riding a motorcycle, it would be very reckless to go out and buy a CBR 1000 or a Busa to practice on. You have to start small since the activity is so dangerous. Forex trading is also very risky, and I would call it dangerous too. It's so easy to lose discipline, over risk, and take trades that aren't even there. Revenge trading is a huge problem that you'll have to get through. You have to put in the time to be able to do this profitably, and that is 100% the case for anyone who wants to be a successful trader. So let's take a look at some of the trades that I took. So the first couple of trades I took were on the Euro GBP pair, and this was on August 1st. And as you can see down here on the hourly chart, we had a really big move down, and then we get a 50% retrace. This was a very extended retrace trend continuation pattern. And when we go down into the 5-minute to get our entry, you see the open of the session was right here. So I usually avoid the open because you get a lot of choppiness. Moves will kind of go all over the place for a couple of minutes, usually about 15-20 minutes. After all the commotion has calmed down, then you can start looking for your entries. So you had one really good entry right here on this red bar. So 4 pip stop loss and 8 pip take profit. Pretty easy, pretty quick. But if you were patient, you waited until around 1:30, it's about an hour and a half after the session opened, you could have gotten an even better move. And that was right here. So about a 5 pip stop loss, you could have gotten 3 reward on that one, right down in there. So either one of those would have worked. So I took a couple of trades on that Euro GBP move, and then the final moves that I took were on the Euro USD, and this was on August 2nd. So you can see down on the hourly chart, we have a really big extended move down, and then down on the 5-minute, see the open was right here. Like I said, I usually try to avoid the open in most situations. But right at the open, pretty much, we get a very clean EMA trend continuation. Really easy entry right there. Let's see, 8 pip stop loss, 24 pip take profit. So very quick, very easy trade. It literally only took about 20 minutes to go through. So for a 3 reward trade, that's really fast. Usually those take around like an hour and a half minimum. So very easy trades for this FTMO verification. Those were pretty much the only 2 moves I traded to get to the profit target. I'm getting a lot better with spotting great moves with 3 reward potential. I didn't have the patience before to trade these kind of moves. I had to work my way up to that too. When I first started, I was scared to stay in a trade pretty much for more than a couple of minutes. Then I'd wake up the next day and see what happened in the market, and almost every time the moves would go to 3 reward or more, and I was just taking little portions of that. So I retrained myself to simply just let the trades run longer. Then I started to stay in for 2 reward. Those trades usually take 25 minutes to an hour. I'm currently working on building up the confidence to stay in for the full 3 reward more consistently. These trades take anywhere from an hour and a half, and I've seen some take up to 4 or 5 hours total. Basically, just set your trades, set the stop loss and the take profit, turn the computer off and go do something else. If I sit there and monitor the trade, I'll likely exit early, which severely cuts into the profits. So again, I'm not anywhere near where I want to be as far as a top level professional trader yet, but I am definitely trading profitably now and definitely going in the right direction. This verification win came after my 7th and 8th FTMO challenge passes, so I'll make some videos going over those also. But that's all for today. Anyone interested in learning how I trade can go over to my website, www.ccxcollective.com. My course is now on version 2.0 and will definitely get bigger with even more detailed information, which means it will be more expensive in the future. Anyone who purchases the course will get lifetime discounts on future versions. So if you want to save, you can get in early. Big thanks again to everyone who got the course already. So that was all for today. Remember to always trade responsibly, and I'll see you guys later.